The Fanfiction Power Hour is a comedy podcast between friends that does not attempt straightforward readings. The links to the fanfictions are in the description if you would prefer an unaltered experience and to support the authors by giving the stories a like.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jen and Wizzy's Fanfiction Power Hour. I am your host for tonight, Wizzy Puff, joined as always by the lovely Jen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jen Reaper.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's good. I'm Jen Reaper.
that's a good one.
I think I'm going to keep it.
All right. Oh, that's right. I was going to mention, I fixed the door, everybody.
Oh, you're right. Wow. Look at that. Yep. Good job, Wizzy. That actually does look pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually so good.
Someone's banging on the door right now. Just trying to get in, but nope.
Yeah,
they're not able to.
You see, that's because I actually screwed it shut. That thing wouldn't open in a hurricane, let alone a human trying to open it.
Oh,
We're in here forever.
awesome. You know what? I see the problem now.
Oh, is that not good? I thought the less openable, the better.
Well, well, let's just try to get this episode over with, and then we'll see how we feel next episode.
Okay.
Um,
All right, everybody. Today, we do have a very special fanfiction picked out, because this one is going to be a dialogue only. It's called The One Where Filthy Rich Finally Grows a Pair by Deadpan Snarker. And what a lovely title.
that is a lovely title. So Filthy Rich and Spoiled Rich are Diamond Tiara's parents.
Yeah, I think I remember that. And Filthy Rich was actually like kind of a nice philanthropist guy, but she was a mean rich lady.
Yeah, Filthy Rich is actually pretty all right. Spoiled Rich is, well, let's just say her name rhymes with something.
Hey! Coiled Rich.
Yep, that's the one. It is a wonder why he stays with Spoiled Rich, but,
Yeah, I think she's completely to blame for how Diamond Tiara turned out.
Yeah, kind of. I guess it really is just for their daughter that they stuck together. That's my guess.
That's so sad.
I don't know. Like, they've never explained it like that, but
I could
I'm
see it.
guessing that.
So, just out of curiosity, what happened in Crusaders of the Lost Mark?
Oh, good question. So that's the episode where Diamond Tiara gets her cutie mark. I'm lying. That's the episode where the CMC get their cutie marks and where Diamond Tiara becomes a good person.
Oh, but she doesn't get hers for becoming a good person?
No, she already has hers.
Oh, that's so messed up. She got hers before the other ponies who were trying so hard and being vigilant good citizens.
That's why she bullies them, yeah.
Man, I guess these cutie mark genes are not created equal.
They don't have genes.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they're naked. They're ponies.
Yep. But yeah, that's that.
Okay, so what does Spoiled Rich do in that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Spoiled Rich, this is also the first time we ever see Spoiled Rich.
Okay.
I think she also appears in a flashback where she's still only spoiled milk.
Yo!
So Spoiled Rich is just kind of the worst person. She just puts a whole lot of expectations on her daughter, and her daughter absolutely will not live up to those expectations. And yeah, pretty much every bad rich parent that you see in anything ever.
Yeah.
That.
Nice. So she was kind of like Diamond Tiara's bully?
Yeah, actually.
It's always a cycle.
She abuses Diamond Tiara, so Diamond Tiara abuses the CMC. And the CMC never forgive Diamond Tiara, but they understand.
Nice. Yeah, they're the ones who are going to end the cycle.
Yep.
That's why they call them the Cutie Mark Crusaders or something. What do they call them?
I'm of course kidding. Of course they forgive Diamond Tiara. They're besties now. Yay.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Is that true?
Yep.
Aw.
Everything has a happy ending.
That lie went on for way too long.
You were talking, and I was like, I was waiting.
I
was waiting for you to shut up so that I could.
Okay, just cut it together so it sounds good.
Say something.
Anyway, so that is where we are now. We are going to be reading The One Where Filthy Rich Finally Grows a Pair by Deadpan Snarker.
And if you want to finally grow a pair, you should all go down in the description and read this story for yourself.
It really is actually like instructions on how to grow testicles.
Yeah, which is why I will not be reading this. Mine are too big already. So if you want to get rid of your testicles, I guess just go down in the description and give the story a like.
Or you could be like Filthy Rich and marry Spoiled Rich.
Fiddle around.
That's another solution.
All right.
You want to be filthy and I'll be spoiled?
Yeah.
What a sentence.
Let's do that.
All right. Chapter 1.
The only chapter.
Why are the walls shaking? I swear to Celestia, when I get my hopes on that ungrateful, treacherous little she'll wish she'd never seen the light of sassing me like that in front of the entire. Just wait till she trots merrily through that front door later. You have no friends indeed. That impudent filly will have no allowance for an entire year by the time I've finished with... Oh, hello, darling. This is a pleasant surprise. You're not usually home from work this early. What's the occasion?
She calls her daughter a treacherous little shit? Damn. Like, you really led with that one.
Yeah. Sounds like something that a abusive parent would do.
It sounds like something Chrysalis would do.
Did Diamond Tiara stand up to her mom at the end of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, get the hell out of here, Mom. Or else I'll tell Dad that you're being a bully.
And he'll take away your makeup fun.
Basically. Hello, spoiled. Pleasant, eh? Interesting turn of phrase. I must say, you seem rather tense. Not like your usual confident, high and mighty self at all. Might I ask, what is the matter?
Answering a question with a question. Really filthy. Most uncouth. Well, I suppose I'll entertain your insubordination just this once. If you must know, Wifey's had a rather rough day at her job.
Aww.
She was just about to make herself an oat cocktail with lemongrass and retire to the bedroom, until the opportunity presented itself for her to correct an outrageous injustice that happened earlier. But you've arrived first instead. So, anyway. So wait, she's like mask off in front of him. I thought she was like pretending to be all goody-goody in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is quite a surprise.
I guess this is why he needs to grow a pair.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, are you going to tell me what you're doing at the mansion so soon? When you're normally hard at work entertaining important clientele at Barnyard Bargains until late in the evening?
Funny you should mention that, dear, because that's exactly what I was doing until about 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes? But doesn't it usually take you about half an hour to come home?
I caught a faster stagecoach for a change. I also gave my regular driver the night off on the way out, and then communicated via intermediaries to let the rest of my staff have the evening to themselves on full pay. Celestia knows they've earned it from what they've had to put up with since.
Oh, I know our Diamond can be a tad rambunctious sometimes, dear, not to mention blatantly disobedient. But really, you shouldn't speak about her in those terms, especially when she isn't around. All it would take is an adequate child psychologist to put her back on the straight and narrow, like I've been recommending you do for months now. Have you seen Jet Set and Upper Crust's little trooper Gold Dust? Ever since he started attending appointments at the... Ever since he started attending appointments at the IFUC Institute for Unruly Children, it's like he's a different pony. Only 1,000 bits a session, too, which is a bargain when you consider the long-term rewards. Why do I feel like this is a one of those like farms that you send children to or they get abused?
Because I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, wonderful.
Although Diamond Tiara does need a child psychologist.
That is true.
Probably.
But, I think her mom needs a psychologist more than her.
Yeah. Gold Dust, Gold Dust. Oh, wait. Now I think I know who you mean. Isn't he that sullen, sad-looking yellow colt that's always sulking about? Who used to play buckball and hoof tennis with Diamond and the others? I seem to remember he was generally pretty good at sports. The coach at Ponyville Elementary even took me aside to tell me he might make the team at the last parents' evening I attended alone. Nowadays, though, probably not. I will say one thing for his mother and father. They certainly got their money's worth if they wanted a completely changed child.
Be that as it may, some of us have to make sacrifices among the upper echelons of society to get where we are. Do you really think I'd allow our Diamond to attend that horror of a public school here in Ponyville? Stuffed to the rafters with confused, insignificant, low-life blank flinks and inept, coffee-swilling lower-class teachers. If I had any other choice, I keep telling you, all it would take to improve our future prospects and those of our daughter by an infinitesimal amount would be to pack up our things tomorrow and relocate to Canterlot full-time. We have the resolve, we have the resources, and we have the status. So what's stopping us?
By we, I suppose you mean you, Spoiled. But I guess from your perspective, that's an accurate summation, as you generally make all the choices for both of us. I decided long ago to invariably let you have your way. After all, a stallion's ears can only take so much verbal punishment. I'm afraid in this instance, though, I'm going to have to put my hoof down. All my major trading partners live within easy distance around here, Applejack being just one example. I also happen to have cultivated many friendships and acquaintances in Ponyville over the years that I'd be unwilling to break for the sake of an unhappy mare who has none.
Why? How dare you? I've never heard such rudeness in my entire...
From what I gather happened a few hours ago, yes, you have. From the lips of our own filly, nonetheless. Do horses have lips?
Yeah, they're always doing the thing. They gotta do that with their lips, right?
Right, I guess.
Oh, actually, I think they kind of have weird mouths that are, like, more dexterous than ours. I think they probably have lips, but they also have, like, I don't know, their mouths do this weird thing where they grab food.
Well, yeah. I can picture it now. Though I might be picturing a giraffe.
Oh, that's a good picture.
I love giraffes.
I'm picturing a pony.
From the lips of our own filly, nonetheless. And I'd hardly call it rudeness when it's 100% correct. Go on, prove me wrong. Tell me the name of just one pony you're close to in town. Just one. And I'll retract my statement with interest.
Well, there's those two charming, differently colored ponies who are always looking after me at the spa.
Lotus Blossom and Aloe don't count, Spoiled. They're only nice to you because you spend so many of my bits there. And I've heard on the grapevine what they say about you when you're not a customer. Suffice to say, it isn't that complimentary. Who do you think started that spurious rumor your surname started with a B?
Oh, you just made reference to that as well.
Dang.
Is that actually like a thing in the community? Do people often call her that? Or is that even like a confirmed reason that she's called Spoiled Rich?
I mean, probably. The former.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like it spoiled rich sounds like a pony name. It makes sense because those things go together. But the pun is right there. It's very easy to cross that bridge.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how intentional it is.
The writers are Canadian.
Oh, that's true.
They usually don't pick up on this sort of thing.
They're just too polite.
Yep.
What? Why, those two-faced, lying, deceitful...
Strange that, coming from a pony who apparently shouted that they were funny foreigners in front of every pony the other day, and said she'd kick their hindquarters back to whatever eastern equestrian backwater they came from faster than they could blink if you ever became mayor.
Okay, but to be fair, what she was saying was that they were funny and that she was going to give them a free trip to wherever they wanted if she became mayor. I don't know why I'm trying to defend spoiled rich.
You really shouldn't. But all right, good luck with that. As if that'll ever happen. You even imitated their accents in a hilarious way when you said those words, didn't you? Isn't it a wonder they're not disposed towards you? A true mystery. All right, Wizzy, let's hear that accent.
Oh, no. Imagine it's just like they play it back on CCTV just so it's in the dialogue.
That would be very cool.
How did you find out? Look, how else did you expect me to react when they forgot to open the door for me? A lady of my fine standing, married to the wealthiest entrepreneur around, should be treated with dignity and grace wherever she goes. It's not right that two immigrants of dubious standing should insult me like that. Why?
Wow.
Oh my god.
She is not even subtle.
How did he put up with this?
Carefully.
Why, I've got a good mind to storm over there right now, tear up my membership card, and...
You'll do no such thing. I think they banned you regardless, to save you the trouble. We still have plenty to discuss, and you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm sorry, Filthy. I quite lost my train of thought there. I'm not quite used to you being so forthright. Was it what I wanted for my birthday?
No, Spoiled, it wasn't. I'll say it again. Do you have any friends in Ponyville? And if so, what are their names?
Okay, darling, you win. I admit it. I have none. What are you going to do now? Gloat? Laugh? Go on, rub it in as much as you want. This really is pick on Mrs. Rich Day, isn't it?
Not quite, dear. Only saying things you need to hear. Sick rhymes. I'll follow up that rare admission of honesty from you with a simple question. Have you ever considered why that is?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I intimidate them too much with my class. Or I dazzle them with my natural authority so much that they don't dare approach me.
That must be it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, she is pretty classy.
Frankly, I'm dazzled right now.
Exactly. This is exactly why Filthy stayed with her for so long. I see it now.
Absolutely. What a queen.
Now to this next line. Really, who cares what the uncultured yokels here think? My kind are of a much higher elite stock, and to be found in exclusive locations like Upper Manhattan and the aforementioned Canterlot. Would you like to look at some brochures with me, dear? I have some handy within a drawer in the library if you'll just let me fetch.
Perhaps I wasn't clear enough with you before. I am never going to move from a town where me and Diamond are settled to some snobby paradise where stuffed shirts like Jet Set and Upper Crust would practically drive me insane all day with their constant boasting and hee-haw laughter alone. Now we've cleared that up, And you've failed to answer my last query so spectacularly. Would you like to hear my thoughts on why you don't have a single consort, companion, crony, or any pony else worthy of the title in your life?
Do I have to?
Yes, spoiled. You do. You've been giving orders for most of your life and refusing to listen to any pony else but yourself for as long as I can remember. So perhaps it's about time the horseshoe was on the other hoof. I won't sugarcoat the truth. You're a particularly mean, bossy, selfish, arrogant, sanctimonious, deluded, hypocritical mare with such an overinflated opinion of yourself. I'm surprised your head doesn't float off of its own accord. I could go on, but if you're looking for reasons why ponies cross the street to avoid you and shiver behind walls and inside bushes when you walk by with your nose in the air, I think that's a good starting point.
Filthy? I mean, filthy rich. I've never seen or heard you speak to me like this before. What could possibly have happened today to cause...
What? Give you a taste of your own medicine, you mean? Well, being interrupted in the middle of a do-or-die meeting with Daddy Warbucks, the owner of the biggest chain of Warbucks superstores in Philadelphia, will do that to you.
That's a reference to Little Orphan Annie, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm assuming that's not an actual character in the show.
I don't think they are.
Nice.
All I had to do was keep that blustering blowhard blathering about his boring cruise holiday for another 5 minutes. The contract would have been signed, and Barnyard Bargains could have gained a vital hoofhold in a part of the world where we've been looking to expand for ages.
What? You mean you didn't stay? The deal fell through because you left early and you lost everything? What could possibly have possessed you to take such a reckless, self-destructive, boneheaded course of...
Gee, I don't know. Maybe finding out through a reliable third party about my daughter being mentally abused and manipulated for years while I've been foolishly away for work with my head in the clouds. No wonder she's always acting out while I'm at home. I've spent countless hours pacing about in my office wondering what the origin of her misbehavior was, little knowing the sole source lived under my own roof. Well, under several of your own roofs.
Because he's filthy rich.
Yep. Her own mother, no less. And what's this I heard about you shouting at her so much today she was in tears walking around town with her head bowed and then ranting and raving at the rest of the school and Miss Cheerilee publicly about how worthless they were? A fine way for the head of the board there to behave, I don't think.
That's not... You've got the wrong end of the... She lost the class election to a transfer from Trotting. Who told you all this misinformation that casts me in the worst possible light? When I get my hooves on them,
You won't do anything to Applejack or to her family. As soon as Applebloom told her big sister about what was going on, she galloped down to see me at work, and I'm very glad she did. That's what true friends do.
Oh my god. I was literally guessing it was Applejack just because she's the only one that I could find business connection to from the CMC.
Yeah, it checks out.
Although I guess kind of maybe if... Oh, I know Twilight has no connection to the CMC. What am I saying?
Yeah, no. And I'm very glad she did. That's what true friends do. Wink. Not that I'd expect a pony who's never had any to understand. I couldn't get back here fast enough, even if it did cost me the best deal I'm likely to get for the foreseeable future, just to see the look on your face when I delivered you these.
What's this? Flowers? Chocolates? If it's supposed to be a gift to make up for the terrible things you just said to me, then I'm afraid it's not going to be that.
Gosh, you really don't get it, do you? It's divorce papers, Miss Spoiled Milk. I paid a little visit to the registry office to pick these up on my return journey. Are you beginning to understand the full picture yet? I want you out of my house. Now, take whatever you can carry in 2 briefcases and go and wait on the porch. A prearranged taxi will be here to pick you up soon. Don't worry about saying goodbye to Diamond. I made sure she had dinner with Silver Spoon to give you plenty of time to clear off. Celestia knows if any pony needs a break from you, it's my darling daughter.
So, Silver Spoon, who are her parents? Why is she a brat?
I can't remember if we know Silver Spoon's parents. Silver Spoon is just Diamond's friend who wants to be, like, cool with her, so she bullies other kids with her.
Does she doesn't have a redemption, though, does she? Like, Diamond does?
She tells Diamond Tiara off in earlier in Crusaders of the Lost Mark. So she does get her redemption.
Oh, nice.
But also, Diamond Tiara goes through hell to get hers.
God. Because of her mother.
Yep.
You can't do this. What'll happen to my reputation when every pony finds out I'm no longer Mrs. I'll fight you for custody every step of the way, I swear.
Please do. That'll be a good way to waste your settlement bits when the divorce is at long last finalized. Do I even need to tell you how many character witnesses I'd have on my side in court? Including, no less, the Princess of Friendship herself. Just try it. We could all do with a laugh after T-Rex's latest invasion.
But, I love you, filthy witch. I can change.
Aww. Come on.
She's just a little baby. Take her back, filthy.
You can change her.
You can fix her.
The only thing that'll be changing around here is the locks. And maybe you did years ago, dear. Maybe you did. But you've come a long way since that innocent and sweet farm girl I fell for back then, and not in a good way. You know, it really does say something about Filthy Rich as a character, that he actually looked at someone named Spoiled Milk and went, a name is just a name, but as a person, you are brilliant.
He's truly the kindest pony, the most giving.
And sure, he kind of fucked up on that one, but still.
Man. So do we actually know what he does? Is he like the owner of Barnyard Bargains, or is that just
I think so.
headcanon? Oh, okay. Wait, you think it's headcanon or?
Oh, well, I said that in the middle of your sentence before you said headcanon, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we know that, actually, but it sounds familiar enough that I'm like, I think I've heard that before.
Nice.
Okay, where was I? Yep. And not in a good way. Maybe it was partially my fault for giving you too many bits to throw around like confetti, buying you so many clothes you barely wore, gifting you so many unnecessary trinkets just left around to gather dust, letting you have so much pointless plastic surgery that's had the opposite effect to what you intended. But it's too late now. The die has been cast. The chickens have come out to roost. And you're out. I do have to thank you for one thing, though.
Huh? What?
Thank you for helping me see what's truly important in life. Not business, not money, but family. Or, more specifically, Diamond Tiara. You're no longer part of the equation, obviously. I will now rearrange my priorities to make sure she comes first in everything I do from now on. And I'll try my level best to heal some of the harm you've inflicted upon her in the time while I've been away. Hopefully, the trauma isn't too bad as to be incurable. And you know what we do to incurables.
No, not, God, what was the freaking one with, Twilight
Road to
and
Joy?
the lobotomy? Oh, Road to Joy, that's right.
Road to Joy.
God, wish I could remember these fic names better.
I wish you could too.
What about...
Visitation rights? Sure, we can discuss all that and more tomorrow while Diamond is at school with our lawyers present. And I'll even get Rudolph. I'm kidding. I've read the right name. I read right in my head. I know it's Randolph. Okay. And I'll even get Randolph to bring the rest of your things downstairs. If any pony is more relieved than me to see the back of you, believe me, it's him. Well, that's it, dear. Time to go. Grab your things and get out. If you're wondering where you can spend the night, there's a charming little 3-star hotel around the corner. Maybe not quite the luxury you're used to, but as you always say, beggars can't be choosers.
I never said that.
Oh, that's right. That was beggars should be imprisoned for vagrancy. Sorry, my mistake. Not the biggest one I've made involving you, though, it has to be said. Anyway, off you trot. Please, close the door on your way out. It gets awfully draughty this time of year. Lastly, please pay special attention to the notice by the letterbox.
You can't possibly mean...
Yep. Undesirables will be forcibly removed from the premises. Ironic, as...
Does it actually say that?
Not that we've seen. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping that they actually had that sign outside of that house in the show. That would have been a funny addition.
I mean, we can't read their scribbles in the show, so who's to say?
Oh, that's right.
I don't even remember if we've seen Diamond Tiara's house, but yeah.
It's huge. You would be so jealous.
Yep. Undesirables will be forcibly removed from the premises. Ironic, as you're the one who insisted we put it up in the first place. Now, I can't think of any pony who that sign applies to more.
Oof. Author's note. Just a little potential epilogue to my favorite episode in a format unique to the competition. Well, it's been a while since I wrote about Spoiled and Filthy interacting. Hope it was worth the effort. And good luck to everyone else in the contest. The end. That was the one where Filthy Rich finally grows a pair, by Deadpan Snarker. What did we think of this one?
Well, I thought that it was pretty good. Finally, I got one up on Wizzy for a change.
How so?
Because I played Filthy Rich, and he kicked the shit out of Spoiled Rich there, so get fucked.
Yeah, Spoiled. Yeah, she really deserved that. I really do like how they wrote her as being so, like, pathetic and whiny when being confronted like this, too. Rather than having her, like, I don't know, have a spine more.
Yeah.
She just seems like the type who would crumble easy if someone with more power talked down to her.
Yep. The reason she feels like she's able to attack Diamond Tiara in the way that she does is because Diamond Tiara is small and fragile and can't talk back to her mom. So really, that's just abusive parents in general.
Yep. Oh, God. This is a nice, satisfying one, though, because you'd have to imagine if this didn't happen, then the actual conclusion to that episode would be her going back home to her parents after telling off her mom. And I don't like to picture that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that. You know what? I don't know what would have happened. I doubt she sees her parents very much.
That's a good point. Turns out they went on a 4-month vacation to Montauk, or as they call it in the pony world, Montauk.
Montrot.
Oh, that's a good one. That's much better.
Thank you.
I do like to imagine, though, that she goes home and then her mom is like, I didn't realize how awful I was being. I'm going to change for the better. And then everything's happy, you know?
Yeah. I don't remember if we ever see spoiled milk after that in the present day after Crusaders of the Lost Mark. So
Okay.
I do hope that this is the ending of that relationship. I think that would definitely be the best outcome. Why do you think it is that spoiled Rich would want to have, or spoiled milk now, why do you think that she would actually want visitation rights? Come on.
That's a good point. Like, she seemed like she wanted to be unburdened, but I guess it's an attachment to Filthy Rich still, so
Yeah.
maybe because she wants the child support money from Filthy Rich.
Oh, that could be. She also probably just actually really loves abusing her daughter, so that could be it.
You can't take away my stress ball. I mean Diamond Tiara.
I told you we should have named her Stress Ball.
It sounds like a pony name, kinda.
It does.
Picturing the punching bag pony, Stress Ball.
Let's make a fanfic, a cult name Stress Ball. Anyways, good fic.
Yeah. It's really filled my hunger for a dialogue-only fic. Also, I got to play a dirty villain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many times I normally get to play the villain, but not enough.
Not enough indeed. Thank you so much, Wizzy, for playing the villain this time. I play the villain too many times.
And then you're just becoming the villain slowly. It's overtaking every inch of your life. And soon you have a secret lair where you... I don't know what villains do in their secret lair, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I've got no idea. Jerk it.
Thank you so much for this. What was that?
Please continue on. That was too gross.
Thank you so much for this wonderful story, Deadpan Snarker. I didn't read the tags. They were drama and slice of life. I was expecting more comedy based on the title, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But this was actually still kind of funny in a lot of respects, just seeing spoiled Rich get everything that she had coming to her.
It is funny to see that happen. I do enjoy rich people, rich assholes specifically, getting what they deserve. Good job.
Do we have anything else to say?
Nope.
All right. That is all the time we have for tonight, everyone. I will bid you a good night. Good night.
See ya.
Stop taking that from me. You can't keep doing this. See ya.
Letting you have so much pointless plastic sugary blag. Jesus. Help me read better.